All right, it's no surprise that this has become a flat surface, holding all kinds of garbage. And while we're waiting on our fuel pump and our key switch, I figured now would be as good a time as any to drain whatever kind of fluid might be in the rear end / hydraulic system. And I've got some more that we can put in so that hopefully when we get it running, I was going to say if, but we're going to be positive. When we get it running, it will have everything it needs to stay running. So that's what we're going to do, and here we go. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, also known as a slob, because I got a lot of garbage that accumulates, but that's the way life is. So we're going to, I guess, crawl underneath again and pull the drain plugs and see what kind of mystery fluid might possibly come out of this unit. And I don't know what we will find, friends, but what we're going to put in is bound to be better than what's in there. So here we go. Okay, I believe it is a 22. Salvatore. 22. So we will get under here. We will also pull that screen out at some juncture, but we'll start with this. I wonder what this tarp strap, why they had this on here. I wonder what horrible thing we're going to find is wrong with the tractor. Yeah. Okay, come on. Get out of the way. The time is now. What you're going to want to do is rake leaves into your bucket so that, you know, yeah, whatever you drain out is... I think that'll get you both plugs. One of them's right here, the other one's back there. Let's start with the back one. Oh, under here you can really see the red paint. Either they didn't paint the black very good, or the black wore off underneath. I'm guessing they just sprayed what they could see and didn't do anything. I feel what feels like water. I see what looks like water. Oh, man. That's 2 for 2 we are on these things, where it's mostly water. That's kind of oil there. There we go. That's oil, and it's not too dirty, sludgy, black looking. It's just the first part of it was water. So should have been thinking ahead and had another bucket so that we could keep going, but we're gonna have to wait on that one to finish, and then we'll move to this other one closest to you. But I figure we might as well just drain it all whilst we're at it. Oh, we couldn't get the solenoid stick out of this one, could we? So we're gonna have to do that somehow. That's our next affair, I guess, too, while we're doing this. That actually looks excellent. Is a guy a fool to drain that out? I don't know. Maybe he should have left it alone. That sure looks pretty. And we're just throwing it away. I can't do it, friends. I can't throw it all away. Well, as like on my other green one, I figure we're going to run it a while, and then we will change it once it stirs up all the whatever it might have in it. So I'm not going to drain it all out if it looks that pretty. I'll pull this other plug and we'll drain out whatever water comes out. And then when it turns clear, we'll put the plug back in. We'll clean the screen, although that might drain most of the oil anyway, I don't know. But I can't throw away oil that looks pretty like that. I mean, that was, oh, uh-oh. And you're in the way. Ho, 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 ho. Almost dropped it in the bucket. Okay. How's this gonna go? Water. Water. And there's oil. Okay. We're gonna stop with that. I know you probably think it's foolish, but that oil is $100 a bucket. So we're gonna quit while we're ahead. We're probably gonna lose most of it anyway here in a second when we do this, so. Okay, I'm actually very happy for what we found, that it wasn't just pure water and rusty nastiness like in that other one, because that means it's probably pretty clean inside. The water's just stuff, condensation and water that's gotten in over time, but it all settled to the bottom and we pretty well got it out. Now we're gonna pull this filtre out, if I can get my correct sockets without dropping everything in the oil. Alright, well, hopefully that video saved. Lately the GoPro's been doing strange things, and I hope I didn't lose that footage, but we pulled the filter off. It looks nice. There's clean oil. So now we're going to change the O-ring in this lid. Strangely enough, last winter when I was working on the 1365 and I had to buy 10 of those O-rings, I thought, I am never going to use 10 of them. Now it's getting down to where I'm almost out. I've used it on 4 tractors, I think, 3, I don't know, whatever. So, you never know what life has in store. What I'm saying. Probably should slide this in first, because that probably not going to go. And then put this in there. Sure. I am happy though, it's not, like I said before, it looks all clean. It wasn't dirty, nasty, you know, rusty oil or just water like that last one we took apart, but it very loosely could you have called that oil. I mean, it was pretty well water. I think it's gonna go. We're getting her. I noticed this one too, and I don't know why, is missing the spacer here. So I'm gonna have to see. I don't know if the parts tractor's got one on. It's supposed to have a spacer between it and the block to hold this the right distance away. Yeah, see, gone. So we'll figure that out. Now, before we do anything else, other than having a huge mess all over this thing, we need to get the solenoid stick out. I have not been able to pull it out of there yet, and that's getting to be necessary. Alright, fresh battery. I don't know how we're getting this out of there. I've tried different ways before, and I didn't have any luck. And I don't know now if I... Alright. So, what have we tried? Well, we're gonna break it is what we're gonna do. There we go. Well, this is junk now, probably. Parts tractor to the rescue again. Solenoid stick. A different one. I see part of our problem, isn't it? is that this line, oh, I get it. I know what's happened now. I'll explain in a minute if I can make this work. I don't really want to stick it all the way down in there and get it stuck again. Let's see. Okay, the reason that this is interfering so badly, and it does not on the other ones, is because of this metal line has been modified. And I'll show you. Let me make sure I can get this back out. Now come on. Don't play not solely Vittori, because we're out of good ones. And if I do it wrong, I'm gonna mess up my parking brake situation. Okay, we may have to revisit that. We may take that off the parts tractor at some point. Somebody sawed this line off that is the pressure line from the pump. And while I applaud the fact that it makes it serviceable, where if you had to pull the motor, you could, you know, not have that extra line sticking there. What I don't like about it is that it doesn't fit in there right now. See, it's interfering with this stick, and it interferes with the brake pedal pretty bad. I don't know if I could bend it down and tuck it under somehow better, you know, get a clamp and tie it out or something. But it seems like it's going to always interfere with that brake pedal. So, but that's why it's not going as smoothly as it did with the other ones. All right, but that's not a big problem. Our next affair is putting oil back in it. And to do that, I'm gonna have to make room in our trash pile here. Oh, flat surface. Our drain plug. Now, this tractor's got all kinds of stuff in the way. Namely, right now, the dash, because I took it out and it's hanging right in the way. I wonder if I can somehow fasten it up with one screw so that it's not... All right, that'll hold that there whilst we work. And that's not going to participate. I'm trying to figure out what's... I don't know. I guess that's not threaded in the same amount as they are in the other ones, because it seems like those wires aren't right in front of your plug, but I hope this is coming loose and not spinning. All right. Let's get our funnel, which is around here somewhere. It's our funnel. And now you can watch me spill the oil. Probably not. As previously determined. How did we do it on the other ones? We made a mess. Well, that's good, because that's what we're going to do on this one too. Sure. Hopefully I'm not making... Seems to be keeping up too, so that's good. We took out about this same amount of what's in this left in this bucket after we used it in Freddy, so I'm going to go ahead and put this same amount back in, and then we'll check it. You know, this wasn't quite a full bucket, and we didn't take out quite a full bucket. So we did it with only minor spillage, which is pretty good for us. Almost. Almost. Okay, now we're gonna have to do a trick shot through the steering wheel. Not very neat, was it? Jeez, where else could you have fun like that for $100? We're gonna say that's probably good enough. We'll check the solenoid stick, but oh yeah, we got fluid on the solenoid. And there's a lot of lines and stuff that aren't pressurized right now, so when it runs, it will suck up some of this excess because it is a little high. But also, I think, I'm not really sure how that's made in there, if it needs to even out, you know. But what I'm saying is, it'll be fine. You can always let some out, but I think it'll be, when it starts up, it will be right where it needs to be. Yeah. It'd be nice if a nice power washing would knock all this black paint off of here, because that is going to be a chore when we get to cosmetics, getting that nastiness off without taking it apart one piece at a time. Alright, another thing off of our laundry list. So we're down to simply key switch and that fuel pump. And really the fuel pump is the only thing keeping us from trying it. We can bypass the key switch, but it would be nice to, you know, maybe get the lights working where we could see oil pressure and, you know, charging. Pressure's actually over there, but anyway, that will be in an upcoming video. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.